So today practice, we will talk about culture, right? I am still in a mode of celebration, New Year celebration, and things like that. And most of the times, people around this month, the whole month, last month, and this month, we still party, right? We're still inviting people to a dinner party, catching up with people. Of course, now with the COVID, things are a little bit different. So, I want to ask you a couple of the one question. What are the things that people usually bring to a dinner party in your culture? I want to leave it up as an open conversation. So, whatever you guys want to share from your own culture, feel free to do so. Go ahead. Anybody wants to jump in? I'll give you some examples. So I was born and raised in Bangkok, Thailand until I was 10, 12 years old. And then I moved to New York. In Thailand, I barely remember what people would bring, but probably would be like a dessert kind of thing. And then here in this country, people bring dessert. People sometimes bring a bottle of wine, right? That's something easy, right? So people would like it, alcohol, of course. So what about you guys? What about in your culture? What usually people bring to a dinner party? Go ahead. Don't be shy. Go ahead. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Do you want me
Tatiana.
to? Oh, sorry,
Please.
Tatiana or me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Alicia. Alicia, I'm sorry.
Okay, don't worry.
I'm so
Yes.
sorry.
In my country, it's it's not too different from here, but obviously the gastronomic and the food is different. Like we can have like tacos, enchiladas, quesadillas, and always beer or wine, depends on the party. If it's a potluck, sometimes we can have the dessert or something else like snacks. So that's it.
Very good. Thank you very much,
Thank
Alicia.
you.
Anybody else I see in the chat? I'll go into the chat in a little bit. What about the others? Culture.
So,
Go ahead, Aniket.
okay. In Indian culture, we bring dessert or fruit.
Very good. Thank you very much for sharing. Awesome. Risa, you want to say something?
Oh, no, I just want to say like we bring like sweets stuff like dessert, so.
Very good. Sweet stuff and dessert. Good. All right. Anybody else wants to share? I saw in the chat, Tommy said beers, Sam said Bible, super malt, plantain, and rice. All right. All right. So today, the theme of today's would be something, how about party, about dinner invitation, any invitation at all that you might come across when you are here or dealing with the non-native English, an English speaker. So what I want you to do now is I'm going to put you in a breakout room. So now you will talk to your friends and I want you to talk about this question. How often do you invite your friend to your home? Think about last time you invited someone home. Who did you invite? Why? Did they bring a gift or anything? Think about it, right? Sometimes you might think about, oh, maybe I never invited my friends, but maybe my parents, maybe my roommate, right? That is count as well. So for me, last time that I invited my friends over was before beginning of December. That's when the Omicron is not that crazy yet. I invited that person because I haven't seen my friend for 2 years in person, of course, because of the pandemic, right? And then of course he brought a bottle of champagne, and that's when we talked nonstop. And I don't know when I'm gonna invite people over again because of now the the virus and everything is kind of crazy. So what about you guys? So think about these questions. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room right now. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8. I'm gonna open 4 rooms. All right, so you just need to join the chat, click join button, and you're good to go. And I'll post those questions in your chat, in your room in a little bit. Okay. Awesome. Okay, okay. Awesome. All right, guys, welcome back. I hope that you practice some conversation with your partner. I know it's a little shorter time, but we will practice more. I just want to remind everybody that in order to be successful in this meetup session, I would encourage everybody to participate by, I don't know, maybe turn on the camera or turn on your mic and then participate, because that's how we want to do it, is how we want to practice, right? Anyhow, so today we will practice how to invite people to dinner party. So this is how you're going to invite people to your party or anything at all that you want to do, how to make an invitation. So first, when you want to make an invitation, You should ask about a person's availability before bring up the event directly. I'm sorry that this looks a little bit of information on the screen, but I highlighted the important part for you here. So for example, you should start by asking their availability. Are you doing anything tonight? Are you free tonight? You have something to do later today, whatever that you want to start your conversation with. And then you would introduce the event, right? I'm thinking about going to a movie. I'm thinking about going to a restaurant, right? Introduce an event. And then you give them more details. It starts at 8 o'clock. Let's do dinner at 6 p.m., right? And then invite that person. Do you want to go? So it's more like a step, right? It sounds like a lot, but first we usually start with, are you free tonight? Are you doing anything tonight? Because I'm thinking about doing something. It starts at 8 o'clock. Do you want to go? So this is how you make an invitation. Again, the language that you use to invite people depends on how well you know that person. It is very important. If you don't know that person well, or if that person is your boss, you might want to use a longer and more complex expression. For example, I was wondering if you would like to come for dinner next Monday. Right? A little bit longer, more complex. People that you don't know well, I'm not going to approach my boss like, hey, what's up? Let's go to dinner next Monday. I can't do that with my boss. Even though I worked with my boss for a couple of years, but she is still my boss, right? But if it's a friend, I can just tell my friend, hey, let's go to dinner next Monday. You want to go? Sure, right? So it really depends on, first, how well you know that person. Second, how big of the event, right? If it's a wedding, maybe you might want to use something a little bit formal. You might want to say, well, I'm thinking I'm going to get married on this day. Are you available? Do you want to come? Having a coffee is something a little bit informal, right? You can say, oh, I'm going to get coffee at Starbucks in 10 minutes. Want to join me? A little bit different in terms of the language. So we should start with ask for availability, introduce the event, give more details, and invite the person. That's when you want to make an invitation. And now, what if you want to go and don't want to go? If you want to go, you confirm and thank the person and add something positive, right? I look forward to it. Thank you very much for inviting me. Again, depends on how well you know that person. If you want to refuse rejecting the invitation, of course, things happen in life, right? You should try to thank the person first and say something positive, and maybe apologize and explain why you can't attend. But you can also suggest an alternative or promise to be available next time. For example, right? If a friend of mine wants to go out for dinner tonight and I say, oh, thank you very much for inviting me, but I can't really go today. I have so much work to do. However, I would try to do it next week if you can do it next week, right? Something simple, thank the person, offer them maybe promise for next time, if that is possible. Before I put you back into a breakout room, I want us to practice some of this. So I have the purpose of this over here: apologize, to confirm, to ask for details, to make a promise, make an excuse, or suggest an alternative. Let's take a look at number one. If I said, I would love to, thanks. What do you think the function of this would be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Which one? I would love to, thanks.
Maybe confirm.
Excellent. Confirm, right? I would like to.
Hi, by the way.
Good. Very good. And then a positive comment could be, that sounds great. I look forward to it. All right, let's try number 2. How about we start with Tatiana? Can you read the phrase and then maybe tell us what is the function of these phrases are?
Okay, can I bring anything? Who's coming? And what time? I think
Excellent.
it is ask for details.
Excellent. Ask for details, right? You can do any of this. Can I bring anything? What time? Who's coming? Excellent. Thank you, Tatiana. What about Tommy? Number 3.
Number 3, I'm really sorry. I think this is to make an excuse.
I am really sorry. Could it be
apologize? Sorry,
Yes.
apologize.
Excellent. No worries, Tommy. Thank you. Apologize. Right. I'm really sorry. I cannot make it. Good. Excellent. Number 4, Alicia.
Okay, that's very kind of you, but I'm busy. Then I love to, but I already have plans. So it's apologize. Make an excuse.
Yes.
Make an excuse.
Make an excuse.
Yes.
Right. So 3 and 4, a little bit tricky, right? Yes. It's a make an excuse. I'm busy. Right. When you said I'm busy, I can't go. Excuse right there. Excellent. Number 5, Reza.
How about Monday instead? Also, that's suggest an alternative.
Excellent. Suggest an alternative, right? How about Monday instead? Good. Last but not least, number 6, Aniket.
Next time for sure. It is make a promise.
Make a promise. Excellent. Right. And the last 2, say thank you. Thanks very much, though. Best wishes. I hope you have a great time. So these are some phrases that you could use when you invite somebody to dinner, when you want to reject or accepting the invitation. So now it's your turn to practice. So I'm going to put you back in the breakout room. I'm going to try my best to not put you with the same person, but if I ended up doing so, I apologize in advance. So the role play is, I want you to invite, one person will be a boss and the other person will be employee, right? A person A, you want to invite your boss to lunch next week. There is something important you want to discuss. If you, B, you are the boss. You are busy next week and need to decline the invitation. You don't want to upset the person that invited you. So I'm going to put you in a breakout room. You're going to decide who's going to be the boss, who's going to be the employee, and you're going to practice role play. One person will make an invitation. The other person will act as a boss, right, to decline the invitation. If you have time left, if I don't call you back in, you can switch the role. Does it make sense? Yes? So think about the language, like I mentioned, you talk to your boss. This is not your friend. All right, I'm going to put you back in the breakout room. I think we lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So one